we start, please understand the probability this narrative has of getting you on your toes. Don't worry, we will try our hardest not to impose, but no, it's not our fault since watching this is what you've chose. We're about to introduce very special people that put life to use. It's very likely that you've heard their names before, but don't start thinking that you know just what's in store. I promise once you start thinking that the story is done, it's only just begun. We're talking about Adams and Jefferson.
Born in Massachusetts, Adams, a direct descendant of the colonists, got a scholarship to Harvard when he was 16, graduated at 20, studied law despite his father's wishes for him to join the Christian ministry.
Now Jefferson, born in Virginia, born into an elite family, studied at college of William and Mary. Like Adams, he studied law despite there being no law school. Who would have thought they would find harmony in this uncertainty?
Jefferson and Adams were on total different sides, but they were friends because their love of country would always coincide. But was that love strong enough? Wait for it and you'll see. Soon they will split and become enemies.
First they met as delegates in 1775 in the Continental Congress, where politics divided the two of them. They fought about the new form of government.
Hold up, let me take you back to happier times. Friendship, friendship, friendship. Jefferson and I took trips to Europe where we served diplomatic missions. Next thing you know, we're drafting the Declaration of Independence. I never thought I'd find someone with the same love of country as me. But ooh, Jefferson, I found you. As we got busier and busier, we had no time for each other. I got sent to France while you governed Virginia. We haven't talked in so many years. But when you came to France, we met, we reignited the fondness we once shared. And ooh, how fun it is to be with you. Friendship, I'm always here for you when you need me. Friendship, although we come from different places, we still have commonalities.
Yes, we had commonalities, but little did we know to face each other in the new elections. Adams, my dearest friend, I really hoped I'd never have to face you, but you ran against me and won. So I guess that's kudos to you. But you had the nerve to ask me if I wanted to make some sort of bipartisan administration. So what did I do? I refused.
You refuse?
I refuse.
Fine, suit yourself. You want to fight me that badly? At least I fight fairly, unlike you who chose to hire sleazy journalists and write fake news, saying I want to start a war with France? What absurdity. I know you'll try to face me again, but Jefferson, I promise you, again I'll win.
Ha, joke's on you. Turns out I'll be the one to turn the tide in the new election of 1801.
Your people called me a hypocrite, a fool, a criminal, a tyrant.
Well, those things aren't exactly false, are they, Your Highness? You set me up for failure, left me with the party that would soon undermine me in my righteous policies.
You know, I used to really like you, but the policies you want just don't correspond with what's right.
Well, then I guess we aren't friends anymore.
Fine. I guess we're not.
After that, the two didn't talk for almost 12 years. Adams was a tireless writer and wrote several columns, books, and letters. Jefferson bought lots of land during his presidency, doubling the size of the United States. They went their separate ways, living their own lives. But then, Jefferson's friend overheard a conversation between none other than Adams and his neighbor. He reported hearing Adams say, "I always loved Jefferson and still love him." And that was all it took for Jefferson to reconnect with his old friend.
There are times when I look back and think of how we used to talk and laugh, and how we fought over such tedious things. I'm beginning to forgive the unforgivable. Why did we let ourselves drift so far? I regret not having written to you. All these years without you, I'm not quite the same. Jefferson, we're the only ones left. Everyone else has gone into the next life. Perhaps it's time to look past our past mistakes. Jefferson, when you think of what I've done, everything I've done, I want you to know that I'm sorry. Could we look past that era of our lives, begin to forgive the unforgivable? Why did we let ourselves drift so far? I regret not having written to you. All these years without you, I'm not quite the same. Jefferson, at least you're still alive. Please stay alive. I need you to know that I'm sorry. I want the world to know that you, Jefferson, still survive.
John Adams and Thomas Jefferson were founding fathers of a new nation. They helped draft the Declaration of Independence and were presidents, hoping to pave a path for young America. Although politics were what eventually drove them apart, it was what brought them together from the very start.
Without ever getting to read the other's letter, they both died on July 4th, just a few hours apart. They died with forgiving hearts, realizing that their friendship mattered more than political opinion. They realized that true friendship can overcome the most difficult of challenges.